Okay, on the last page of the review, number 10 says find the critical value Z for an 80% confidence interval of a large sample. This is really a vocab question. It wants you to know what is a critical value. Your critical values in a confidence interval mark the middle percentage. Well, back in number 9, to find the critical value, we had to go back and use the student's t-distribution. Here, we would use the normal curve or the table for the normal curve, but we have that built into our calculator. The critical values, again, are these z-scores. In order to find the z-score, we need to know the area that is at the bottom of the curve. We do that from 1 minus the percentage in the middle divided by 2. That leaves us with 10% in each tail. So to find the z-score, we do the inverse norm of 0.1. Just a little refresher, the inverse norm is located by hitting stat. We go into our distributions. Second, distribution. We want option 3, the inverse norm. Remember, it only reads the area at the bottom. So it's going to give us negative 1.28. Really, we have two critical values, plus and minus 1.28. Okay. These are both the z-scores, but the critical value itself, the 1.28, that negative appears inside of the formula and the positive appears inside of the formula as well, but we are not using the formula, we're using the calculator shortcut. Okay, and number 11, a random sample of 40 students has mean annual earnings of the following: $3,120 and a standard deviation of 677. Construct a confidence interval for the population mean. So we have a sample of 40. We're calculating the confidence interval for a mean. Since n equals 40, which is greater than or equal to 30, we're going to use z interval. So I'm going to go to stat, scroll to tests. I want z interval option 7. We have the statistics. Our standard deviation is $677. Our mean is 3,120. The sample size is 40. And the C level, or confidence interval level that we want, is 95%. So here's our interval. Now we want to state it in words. What does our interval mean in words? The confidence level itself sets up the probability that the population mean actually falls within those numbers. So it represents a probability. So there is a 95% chance the population mean then we're talking about the mean annual earnings for students is between $2,910.2 and $3,029.8. And we can either use the word dollars at the end, or you can go ahead and use the dollar symbol in the problem as well. Either way is fine. Okay, last one, number 12. Number 12 says that we have a survey of 250 homeless persons. So this is N. It showed that 98 were veterans. Construct a 99% confidence interval for the portion of homeless persons who were veterans. So this is that one proportion Z interval. So we're going to go into our test. I'm going to hit alpha A, check to make sure I'm in the right test. And we have 98 homeless persons that were veterans out of 250. And we want 99% confidence. So our interval is 0.31247 to 0.47153. So what does this interval mean in words? There is a 99% chance. And then here we could say the true proportion or the population proportion. This is the true proportion of homeless persons. Who are veterans is between, and then we can convert these to percentages. I'm going to say 31.2% and 47.2%. Now I rounded here, you don't have to round. You can say 31.247% and 47.153%. If you said is approximately between 31% and 41%, that would be okay too.